Winter 2020 season. This is week 3. Today we have a red division match between FIMU Alcoholics Anonymous and Cuddly Crustaceans. I can't read today. To starting off really quick with our bands, we have PMAA going for Thresh and Evelyn bands, while Shin and Diana Crusty Crustaceans don't have anything to do with those, so they got those right out of the way. First thoughts. I'm here. I am Revan CE here with Hero. First thoughts, Hero. What do you think about these bands?
No one can hear me yet. Okay, there he goes. I like the Diana band as well as the LeBlanc band. Obviously targeted at Sivan. Sivan is very good at like assassin kind of picks. His best champions being Diana and LeBlanc, so that's a very understandable band. As well as the Shen band coming in against Ripple Hentai, his best champion. And then there's an Evelyn band. I guess new Capiturk. And then there's a Thresh ban against Violet Sociocat, as well as the Katarina ban against Juice Me Daddy. And then
now this Morgana, the first pick, where do we think this is going? Do we think this is going up towards the support or maybe a mid lane here?
It's definitely a not mid lane. It's definitely a support Morgana.
Okay.
It's not a Sivan kind of champion to be playing a Morgana, so
True.
It's definitely most likely going to Rob. Rob is very proficient at that champion, so I would say it's Rob's Morgana.
Gotcha. So the Caitlyn and Renekton for CC, PMA with their second pick coming right up. I want to talk to you a little bit about storylines going into this one. We're in week 3 now. We're getting a little bit further on into kind of the pecking order. And right now we've got PMA versus CC, and they are currently the top 2 teams in the red division. PMA with an undefeated record at 2-0 and 4-0 overall, and Crustaceans at 1-0-1 with a 3-1 game record. Now, just some early predictions. Who do you think, first of all, is going to be the aggressors in this series? Who do you think maybe might be on the defensive a little bit? And also, where do you think these games are going to be played?
Well, I can't quite tell just yet, as the complete team comp has not been decided, but we see the Blitzcrank Caitlyn being locked into Crusty Crustacean, so they're really looking to play aggressive. And then we see the Senna Morgana bot lane, so I think Cuddly Crustacean is gonna really try to look for these kills, while PMAA is just gonna look for peeling back, kiting back, and making sure that they don't get hit. They have a lot of safety with Senna's range, as well as the Morgana Black Shield, as well as Morgana's range, so pretty safe overall.
Yeah, for sure. It does look like they are going for this early aggression, especially, with the Renekton, whereas, you have the Senna on the side of PMA, who's really more of a scaling choice, not really a lane bully, especially when you go against Caitlyn. Now, this is curious. We have an Ezreal ban coming out. What do you think about that, CC?
It's very understandable. Actually, Sivan has been playing a lot of ADCs mid lane, actually.
Okay.
Little known fact. He plays a lot of Conquer Ezreal mids and have been stomping solo queue with it. It's actually pretty good. And it's unlike other ADCs that could be played in the Ezreal is a really relatively safe mid laner compared to other ADCs because of Arcane Shift and Mystic Shot. So pretty good ban, I think, against PMAA. And then we see the Graves and Vigar ban against Cuddly Crustaceans.
Yeah, for sure. The Jarvan ban, really curious, especially with this early Jarvan pick rather. Really nice, especially with this, early jungle meta. The saying goes level 3 PvP, and Jarvan is known for his level 2, level 3 ganks. And so I'm really curious to see how well they can get ahead with these, the Jarvan EQ combos, especially looking towards that bot lane.
Ooh,
a Kog'Maw, like you said, maybe that's a mid Kog'Maw.
It is a mid Kog'Maw. Sivan, I don't know if you knew this, but Sivan has been a very avid mid AP Kog'Maw player. AP Kog'Maw mid player.
Well, that seems irritating to try to ban against, to be perfectly honest. And here we are as wrapping up the last pick with a couple seconds left. Crusations. God, I'm just gonna say CC. I can't talk tonight. Looks like they're gonna go a Fizz. You talk so fast. Looks like they're gonna go with a Fizz to counter that Kog'Maw. So just looking at now, the team comps are finally set in stone. Just kind of looking at them. Where do we think? Obviously, they want to look to play around the bot lane with the Caitlyn and the Jarvan, or with the Caitlyn, the Blitzcrank, and obviously the Jarvan's early pressure. And later on, that Renekton split push could become something very, very intimidating for PMA to try to respond to.
Oh, absolutely. PMAA does thrive, however, with the double ADC comp, just because Cvan and both Cvan and Fudgy Ditters are pretty good AD carry players. They're really thrives on more the micro play, which is pretty important as an AD carry player, obviously. I mean, obviously macro is very important overall, but I think they're letting the rest of the team take care of that, while they really just focus on staying alive and making sure they put out those massive damage outputs.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like we are about to get into this. Now, talking about the PMA, we've been talking a lot about the CC team comp. Talking about the PMA, obviously the set is really exciting, really new, really flashy. But do we think that is a set jungle or a Yorick jungle?
It is a set jungle.
It is a set jungle? Okay.
It is going to be a set jungle. I'm pretty sure... Rip Loli Hentai, or no, Loli Hentai Police now. Sorry. Loli Hentai Police is very versatile in terms of his champion pool. So he'll be the quote unquote flex player of the team.
Gotcha. Okay.
StarCraft's one of his best champions is Yorick, so he's going to be looking to split push throughout the game, which is what he's best known for, is creating really good split pressure. So I think what they're gonna look to do, StarCraft is gonna look for split pressure, while Loli Hentai Police will try to look for these picks against some of the tankier members and slamming them into the squishier members, what set does. Okay. And then acting as the peel for the team, as well as the Morgana, while allowing Fudgy Ditter and Cvan to put out the damage as Kog'Maw and... what was the AD carry? Senna. And even so, Senna has a good amount of peel and sustain with her Q and W, as well as her E, so... a lot of our kit also focuses on supporting the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Which will be really helpful for a double ADC comp such as this. Exactly,
yeah. Now, the one thing I really am concerned about with that bot lane, you have the Blitzcrank hook. If that can be landed, that could be absolutely devastating. Because as you know, Senna doesn't really have an escape, and Morgana's, unless the Blitzcrank is kind of telegraphing what he's about to do, it's kind of hard to respond with a black shield for a Morgana. So you've got to be really concerned here with the Blitzcrank into the Senna, So I'm honestly looking them to play around the mid lane. This is PMA, by the way. Looking for them to play around the mid and top lane and kind of absorb all the pressure that looks to be going towards the bot lane. What do you think? What do you think about that?
So I think I agree with you. Definitely looking that Blitzcrank is going to be the aggressor of the team, and let me just let people know that we are here. I'm not sure if we've announced it, so let me just do that really quickly. But let me do that. I apologize. You keep talking. You keep sharing your thoughts with the team, with the class. Let me just do something really quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so the players are choosing their loadouts. We are pretty much good to go. And I think we've, pretty much hit the nail on the head. Both teams kind of look like maybe a 1-3-1, maybe even potentially a 4-1 comp, with the Renekton split versus the Yorick split. Perhaps Set could join in on that to make it a 1-3-1. The bot lane is going to be really pressured on the side of PMA. They're going to really have to kind of absorb all this, I guess you can say, just play safe, farm till 15 until, the lane phase is over, and kind of hope that the rest of your team can get ahead. But now, with that said, what happens if the bottom lane for PMA gets ahead? Then kind of your win condition has to shift over to the Fizz. Fizz is really strong in this meta. All these assassins, like Fizz, Talon, people like those are all really strong in this meta. So that could possibly be your secondary, I guess you can say, carry area.
Win cons. Yep, definitely the win cons. I think the win cons, will really come down to, at the end, will be Juice Me Daddy and New Capaturk being able to lock down the 280 carry picks with between the Kog'Maw and the Fudgy and the Senna. They're gonna really need to look to pick them out, whether it's with the Blitzcrank hook or Fizz Engage. I think Fizz Engage, Fizz Assassination would be more consistent against that team, because Blitzcrank hook, yes, it is very potent if he actually lands it without the Morgana shield in the way, but if the Morgana shield is in the way, it's not happening. So I think the
Now we
most
didn't. Go ahead.
So the most consistent way out, I think, would be through Jarvan Escape, because you can't Black Shield an actual wall created by Jarvan, nor Fizz jumping at you.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Now, this is something we didn't really address, but unless somebody has gone through a name change recently, it looks like Kelly Crustaceans has a substitute in the jungle.
Correct.
According to the rosters, Legends MK is their primary player. But here we have, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to call him
New Capaturk.
Man, you're so good at reading.
Well, that's because I've known these players for a while.
That's true.
I've been in this league for a while now.
Yeah, well, I'm just the new kid on the block. But yeah, so we got, looks like a New Capaturk subbing in the jungle role. So that's also, something to look at. We've been talking a lot about the early jungle pressure. And especially with these changes recently to the jungle with the no catch-up experience, or catch-up gold rather. So getting behind in the early stages really, 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 really hurts you. I don't know if you were watching LCS yesterday, Hero, but at the 100 Thieves match yesterday, a simple invade on the, who did they play? I'm drawing a blank. Closer was their Golden Guardians. That's it. A simple invade by Golden Guardians set Meteos back so far. Just one simple invade took his red buff, and he couldn't even get his chickens. And so, early pressure is pretty much the name of the game in this shorter game meta, in this faster meta. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this game will go with all these different players.
I think Cuddly Crustacean does take it in the early game. However, if they don't close out the game early enough, I do believe the team of PMAA will be able to outscale them, especially with the high damage output from a Kog'Maw and Senna.
Yes.
As well as the increased split push pressure that is with Yorick. So if they try to respond and assassinate the 80 carries, then Yorick's just gonna take their base at the end of the game. So, and
as a Blitzcrank player myself, the Blitzcrank is really his biggest utility comes in the laning phase. It's almost as if if you play Blitzcrank and your teammate doesn't get a kill or two in the laning phase, it's almost kind of like you didn't do so hot, because in team fights he doesn't really have as much pressure. He can maybe get a pick every now and then. So that goes into that early game stuff.
And then honestly, Blitzcrank can, I think, at least that's how I play Blitzcrank. I've been an avid Blitzcrank player for several seasons before I actually transitioned into my mid lane role that is currently. I used to be a pretty good Blitzcrank player, second most played champion actually.
Oh, nice.
But I think in the later stages of the game, Blitzcrank will eventually serve as a peel tool rather than anything else, because the engage will come from the Renekton and the J4. The Blitzcrank can easily just peel for the Caitlyn with the power fist, especially when someone like a Set is jumping onto the Caitlyn. Right? If a Caitlyn gets jumped by a Set, and if everybody else is engaging, and then you're leaving the poor Caitlyn out to dry.
All right, so we're paused at 10 seconds.
I accidentally paused at 14, so just pause at 14.
Okay. 12,
I was readjusting.
13, 14. All right.
Okay.
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Okay, and we are off. You know, with the Blitz crank, we wouldn't be surprised to see an invade come from the red side, and then immediately a 5-point from the blue team to kind of prevent that. But it looks like the blue team are anticipating that invade on the red side, so they are going to look to stack that red buff to kind of ensure that Hentai Police is able to secure that objective.
Violet Sociocat just leading the herd in the in the blue side jungle. But nothing happens. No one's seen. They're all stacked.
But nothing happens.
And then we see, and interesting enough, we see Necrogaiana's best champion as well as StarCraft. Typically banned, both champions typically banned. By the way, that Meowrick skin is very hilarious.
It is. I love it. It's really fun.
But anyways, that being said, I think the it's gonna be really interesting to see that top lane matchup. Those two, Necrogai is very proficient on Renekton. Anyone can tell you. That's his best champion, as well as StarCraft's Yorick. So that's gonna be very interesting to see in a top lane matchup.
Yeah, and you see the red side, the side of CC, they were able to get a little bit of vision in the blue side jungle. Not really that deep. I would really have liked if they could get it up on a up on the blue buff. But those are probably more just defensive wards than anything. But yeah. Okay, let me switch my people around. I forgot to do that earlier. And there we go.
I almost forgot to put objective timers. Remember to put objective timers. It does help you figure out what objectives are at the current moment. So.
Gotcha.
For example, Mountain Drake is going to be the first Drake that's going to be up in 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Nice. All right, so we got some nice trading going on in the middle. You know, pretty even for the for Sivan on the Kog'Maw. He is able to take a little bit off, but we go for a hook, and he is Fudgedator is knocked up. And nice binding Morgana to kind of stop that fight in its tracks, and we probably will see a Senna back here potentially. Caitlyn able to land a little trap there. You get some poke damage onto the Morgana. And pretty good start so far on the side of CC. They're able to get some pretty good trade, and with that, they have a little bit of a CS lead in the bot lane and a really big CS lead in the top lane. I really want to talk about that. Huge trades going on right now. Under the tower, able to get them down to about 60% health. Hentai Police going on a little bit of an invade here. They are equal in level, but not equal in health, so that's, you know, pretty expected. But we do see the Renekton roaming down to maybe kind of help out with the... Oh, in the bot lane, we have Senna going really low, and that will be first blood for Spooked on the Caitlyn. First blood, and that will be nice gold for her to cash in and get an early BF sword.
Really good job by Violet Sociocat being able to create that nice hook, set up that Caitlyn for success. So really good job on that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And back up to the top lane. Looks like we have another trade going down. Renekton gets a little bit of damage, but has to back off by the Warwick little minions going on there.
In top lane,
but we... Go ahead.
Top lane CS is back to normal.
Yep, top lane CS is back to normal. You saw the Renekton roam down to maybe assist on the invade there. Oh, we look like we got some in the middle. Flash Q, nothing happened, but the set flashes away into the wall, so that will be a flashless support for the side of CC and flashless jungler for the side of PMA. And also just kind of a summoner's check right now. In that fight where the Senna fell, she did burn her flash and heal. Big trade going on down here in the mid lane. Not really much going down, but in the bot lane, that will be another kill to the side of CC. The Morgana there that time being taken down.
Yeah, that's a really good for CC. It's really taking over that early game, which is what CC's comp is really meant to do.
Exactly. Blitzcrank is doing his job. And while we were talking about that, little trade going up in the top lane, so now a flashless top laner and flashless support on the side of CC. But even though he doesn't have flash, he still is maintaining a little bit of a CS lead. But the gold on the side of CC is about 1,500 now pretty good, especially with that dragon coming up right now. Curious to see how we're going to be going there. Looks like Nuka Patrick is going to be backing and probably be pathing down in that direction once the bot lane of CC pushes up.
It's a very already pretty intense early game already.
Yeah.
A lot of kills going down in the bot lane.
Yeah. For some reason, when we play, nobody dies. It's crazy. We had like 11 kills in like a 30-minute game yesterday, or 40-minute game. It was, yeah. I guess we just don't like to fight. Unless, you know, you're Neil the Steel, then he just goes and kills everybody. But, you know. Anyways, that's S10. This is CC versus PMAA. Currently, CC with a little bit of a lead, about 1,200 gold. Really coming through that bottom lane. How do I see gold? Can you see gold on the scoreboard?
Yes, you press X.
X. Ah. As you can, and I don't know if you're showing that up there, we got about a 700 gold lead for the Caitlyn. That is enough to get a BF sword versus tier advantage, which is a huge advantage, but looks like a gank going on the mid lane. Flashed burn on the side of PMAA Flash. So that is a good, successful gank. Maybe a counter coming in. Nah, he's just going to punch him in the face and walk away. Good Morgana bind there.
Really good job by Sivan to be able to respond to that gank. Granted, he had to burn the flash, but was able to get away with his life. Which, honestly, in a Kog'Maw versus a Fizz matchup, you want to be able to survive, being able to get to your item power spikes. For sure. I'm assuming Kog'Maw's gonna go the AP route, so he's gonna go the Seraph Embrace first.
Mm-hmm.
And
checking on. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And yeah, CC just secured the first dragon, so the first mountain drake. So, like we've said before, time and time and again, it's just really
it's
good.
The early pressure comp. Yep. And now this just looks like a little bit of skirmishing going down the bot lane. Really good damage and binds on the side of PMAA, but they get a nice response trade. In the top lane, we have some more trading going on. The CS lead for Necro Guy has increased to about 10, but look at the mid lane. The CS lead is about, well, it was 10, now it's right at 9 for the Kog'Maw. That's not really too terribly surprising, seeing as there is, oh, I have something here. I guess not. That is not really all that surprising, seeing as, you know, the range difference, but the Fizz has managed to get the Hextech Revolver, so that's going to be really nice for him. He still has 3 corrupting pots left for any skirmishes that might happen.
Which is very important for trading patterns in order to get some of that extra damage off of the corrupting pot.
For sure.
Blue going over, early blue going over to the Kog'Maw, which is going to be really nice to be able to spam his Living Artillery, his R. So.
Looks like, oh, I thought we were going to have a roam down to the bot lane, but it looks like he's just, you know, taking a, well, maybe not. You know, in the mid lane now we see Fizz going on a flank here, potentially. Going on a flank onto the Kog'Maw. He does land the ultimate. Here we go. Corrupting Potion. It's not popped. Now it's popped. I feel like if he would have popped that right before the engage, he might have been able to pull that one off. But he was also a little low on mana. So, you know, no harm, no foul.
However, his the Kog'Maw's nullifying orb did kick in, which does help him survive.
True.
Survive the all-in, which is what nullifying orb is really good for as a rune. So
now we've got 3 in the bot lane. Sorry to cut you off. 3 in the bot lane for PMA. Looks like they're going to be trying to get this Blitzcrank. Just nice back off. They just want to clear a little vision. Trying to relieve some of that pressure. Now a 22 CS lead for the Caitlyn for Spook. That is a absolutely huge difference. And they're just pressuring this tower so much that Senna can't do anything. Fudgy Ditters has no mana. He can't back because the constant push from the Caitlyn. And even though there's jungle pressure around, it's still not enough to relieve all that early pressure. But if we look topside, maybe we see the J4 looking for something here on the York. We'll keep an eye on that. So jungler's looking to, oh, here we go in the bot lane. Flash used by the Morgana. Oh no. Flashes on multiple side expended, ults on multiple side expended. The Caitlyn is very low. This could be a kill on her, and it is. That is the first kill for PMAA. And looks like they are going to be trying to convert this down into some vision. They really need to push this lane out so that Senna can get out of there and buy some items. Very nice job. Tons of flashes. Unfortunately, Morgana had to use her ult because of the set ult, but nonetheless, really good fight on the side of PMAA. But like I said, CC, they respond, maybe even potentially getting a tower here with the Rift Herald. So good job on this, really kind of both sides.
And it's a really good job on Necker Guy to be able to dive onto StarCraft. Rip my coach. But got to that well-coordinated dive between Ducap and Turk and Necker Guy. He was able to secure that kill as well as that first tower in the top lane. So really good job on Cuddly Crush.
Did you see that bot lane? Oh no, that was tragic. Blitzcrank walked into the bush as the Morgana was backing and was unable to knock her up.
Oops.
Feels bad.
Happens to the best of us.
Happens. Oh man. So just a little gold check here. We have right at a 3,000 gold lead for the side of CC. And we're talking about all throughout the pick and ban phase, the early game. And so far, it is going to plan. CC just absolutely dominating in the bot lane, dominating in the top lane. Mid lane's going, pretty much even they're doing their job. And they are looking to maybe pressure this bot side as we have a dragon coming up in 20 seconds. Look like it'd be a big collapse here. Senna able to land the stun. Oh, good black shield on the side of for the Morgana right there. Let's see if they push out or if they want to continue to fight this, and so they can guarantee that dragon.
There's that 4-man dive bot lane that Violet Sociocat team loves to do. The 4-man dive bot lane.
And now it looks like, of course, all the action is going around towards this Infernal Drake, a hugely important Drake. If CC can secure this, it will be their second ulti going down onto the Kog'Maw. Nice black shield to stop that from happening, but the Kog'Maw flashes away anyways. Here comes York from the top side. Ulti burned on multiple parties, and it's just, trap lane by Caitlyn. Big pull by Blitzcrank with ulti. Set ulti onto the back line. He is disrupting this back line, pushing the Caitlyn away, but it doesn't even matter. The Renekton is too strong. Now they have managed to, they did not manage to get the dragon. Apologies.
Nope,
that was secure on the side of PMA. Nice steal on their side. I was looking at the fight. I wasn't even looking at the dragon. But It is a 0 for 3. But PMA is able to secure the dragon, so that, I guess, is not a feels bad, man. Really good fight on the side of CC, but they were unable to secure that dragon, so not one step closer to the soul like they thought they were going to be. Big ulti going on from the J4. Oh no, it was almost 1v. Oh, okay. All right, and the kill is secured in the mid lane. It looks like we're going to maybe potentially see a bot turret go down. Great pull onto the Senna knockup, but that is a kill onto the Blitzcrank for the Senna. The trade back to the Renekton. A 1-for-1 trade in the bot lane.
Welcome back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Really good job, I think, although on the side of PMAA, especially Holy Hentai Police, who has been able to secure that dragon and steal it away from Cuddly Cruciation. So really good job being able to put themselves on the map. That Infernal Drake is going to be really big with a lot more damage being able to put out by PMAA.
Yeah, for sure. And just a little check on the maps on Summoners. We did have quite a few expelled in that dragon fight. Looks like they're going to be coming up pretty soon here. And we currently have a 350 gold bounty on the Renekton and 150 gold on the Fizz for the side of CC, with a pretty healthy CS lead going on in the bot lane. Doesn't look like anything will happen with that fight in the bot lane. Fizz is coming down to see if he can find something, but he is caught out on a ward. Here to see if he'll clear that and get out of dodge. Looks like we are roaming up to the mid lane. Get a pick on that Kog'Maw. Here's the knock up onto the Cog. Oh yeah, he's absolutely dead. No, absolutely no way he survives that one. Great job there. Great rotations by CC. And we talked about the split push from Renekton. He is up there at the top side right now, about to push down, just pretty much knocking on the door. All right, but it looks like we have a fight here. They may want to try to pick this. Got a 2v1. No, they don't want to deal with that. They're just going to push the wave out and peace out. In the bot lane, we have PMA trying to push up on this tower to get something, but we do have a Blitzcrank on the flank here.
But so Blitzcrank is being caught on the ward. So they know Blitzcrank is around. So Blitzcrank is going to have to...
Yeah, he's able to get away, but here comes the Jarvan Ford. There's the Black Shield, but it doesn't matter. Cataclysm comes in, Senna ult down, Morgana ult down. Really even fight so far, but here comes the Caitlyn with the ulti. She's able to get the kill, and maybe another one. That is a double kill for, oh, apologies. She did not get that kill. That is a 2-for-0 trade, or 2-for-1 rather, trade on the side of CC. Really good fights there. If only the Caitlyn was able to get there just a hair sooner, maybe the Blitzcrank could have survived, but nonetheless, really good fight, and it looks like they're going to be able to chip away at this tower even more. Checking in on the mid lane, it looks like we may have something on the Fizz here. Whereas Set just kind of is going to want to back off, clear some vision, maybe get him a couple chickens or two.
Then we just see them backing off.
Yeah, so right now we got about a 7,000, a little over 7,000 gold lead at 16 minutes. That is absolutely huge, a huge lead going into this. And if you remember back into the pregame, PMA hadn't dropped a game this whole time. They were 4-0 heading into today's match. So this could potentially, if things keep going the way they're going, things could potentially be their first loss. All right, now they're setting up vision around this Rift Herald. Probably looks like they're going to try to start it up. Yeah, they're just trying to clear vision out of the blue jungle right now. I would not, at the least bit surprised to see that. There is not TP on the Renekton, so if there is a 5-man fight topside, you know, he will not be able to join, but it doesn't even look like that's going to happen with the Cloud Drake coming up in 26 seconds on the bot side. That looks to be PMA's focus at the current moment.
Yeah, they're gonna need to find their way back into the game by just being able to, I think, farm it out and being able to find these not all-ins, but all these little shorter trades, which I think PMAA is better at, for sure.
That is, sorry to cut you off, that is huge damage on the Morgana. The Black Shield doesn't matter, but the Fizz is stunned down under tower, and he is taken down. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Pit, we have Nicrogai and Nuka taking down the Dragon. But in the mid, oh man, so much action. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Caitlyn is going to be taken down, as is Juiced by Daddy, or Juice Me Daddy, rather. Sorry, I have Juiced by Daddy on my team. It's incredibly confusing to see these two names.
I feel you.
I was watching CC play last week, and I saw Juice Me Daddy, and I was like, wait, why is my teammate playing? And then I looked closer, realized what was going on. Now it looks like PMA are setting up for this Rift Herald, and it looks like it's going to be minimal contest from the red side. Unless they're going to try to collapse on them right now. It's going to be a 2v3 situation. Vision now being placed. They know they're there. Let's see what PMA decides to do. They're probably just going to hunt this down the rest of the time. Oh, and that was a set smite. They will secure that. And huge fights going down. Set on the back line. He's going to eventually be taken down by the Caitlyn ult. It is currently a 1-for-1 trade. Junglers both sides going down. That did go to the blue side, correct? The Herald?
Yes, the red Herald did go to the blue side.
Gotcha, okay.
And it's going to be really scary now on PMAA. That's going to be their win con. It's going to be through the Kog'Maw damage as well as the Warwick split push. Try to make runs, by the way. And oh look, Steven is now the Kog'Maw mid is finally coming online. Kog'Maw, as you know, is not known from his early game. Although he was dying early game, now he got his Sork shoes and has his Arcane staff, which will really help him enable him spam some of his abilities, mostly his Void Ooze as well as the Living Artillery.
Yeah, and now we're starting to see the point in the game. It was a 7,000 gold lead, now cut to about 5,000. A couple positive trades on the side of PMAA. we currently see the York with the Rift Herald, but they are still yet to get a tower. The score is 2-0 for the towers with a 5,000 gold lead. So while it does seem like a really tough spot for PMAA, it does seem like they're cutting back into this lead.
Absolutely. I think largely a lot of it has to do with some of the objective controls that that PMAA definitely has, especially thanks to Rip Holiday Hentai Police, I believe, because he did secure the Infernal Grave to steal, as well as the Kog'Maw coming online with the now Seraph actually completed Seraph's Embrace, as well as the two needlessly large rods going into a death cap. So that's going to be a really painful Kog'Maw.
Yeah, and I kind of want to draw your attention to something really quick. Oh, big fight going down in the mid lane. Oh, a great blitz. Frank, you talked about the peel. There it is. Morgana goes down, and that is also a set going, or the J4 going down, rather. Like you said, the blitz cranked peel. He was able to get the Morgana off the Caitlyn, and she was able to secure that kill, eventually being a 1-for-1 trade, but really, really nice play there by Violet Sociocat.
Yep, that blitzcrank hook is used for more than one thing, which is usually to catch out the enemy team. But it could also be used to peel away assassins or people trying to get their combo off onto the backline. Really just disrupt the fight by separating them, breaking up the fight.
Exactly. Where's the objective? Okay, I accidentally hit the button for objective timers. I want to bring your attention to something really quick. Check the bot side of CC's jungle. Look at all of those red wards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like they are going to be clearing some of those out, but 5 red wards in the blue bottom jungle. That is a lot of vision going down. And so when this dragon comes up in about a minute, you know, that's going to be something to be looking for. You know, those wards will be timing out in about 30 seconds here, but still, you know, that is really excellent to see on the side of CC.
Kelly Gershie really do a really good job of making sure that there is vision, like you said, making sure that there's enough lights on the field so that you know exactly what's going on throughout the map.
And of course, as soon as we make that point, blue team goes in and is starting to clear out all the wards. Morgana Bind not going to land. They are going to be able to get this control ward out. Black Shield goes down. Nothing really coming out of that fight. The dragon, whoopsies. The dragon coming up in about 18, 17 seconds now. Rift Herald drop top side. And it looks like they're going to try to pressure this mid lane tower, maybe take it down and then rotate over to the dragon when it comes up in 7 seconds. It looks like we may have a fight in the top lane. Juice Me Daddy on StarCraft. No, he doesn't want any of that. Back to the mid lane. We do have a fight going down. Set goes in. Down on to the J4. Nothing really comes out of it, though. Mini ults expended. Looks like the Set is going to... Oh, he's going to live. Great Morgana Bind. A 0 for 0 with Dragon up.
You see the little dance around the dragon. Nice.
Oh, great blitz crank pull onto the enemy AD carry. They surely will go down soon. It's currently a 2 for 0 on the side of PMAA. What an absolute fantastic fight. It looked all certainly doomed with the Senna going down, but she's able to flash her way out, and they're able to get those binds down, and the dragon count is now even. The gold count, only about 4,000. You know, the longer you get into the game, the easier it's going to get for the side of PMA. So great job by them. Great job by them to be able to win the fight, secure the dragon, and now it feels like momentum's starting to shift just a little bit. Another fight going down. The second we get a chance to breathe, there's just so much action going in. Sorry to cut you off. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's what the life of PvP is like. Gonna cut off for the grand entrance of these fights. Those are important, you know. The analysis can come later.
Oh my goodness gracious. Action-packed. Still trying to pressure this mid lane. Don't want them to back down. Don't want them to be able to back to their base. The next objective will probably be turning to the Baron. It kind of just looks like a who will blink first. I feel like the team that backs off, the other one is just going to push up and then be able to back and reset off all of that money that they just earned in the last fight and then rotate towards the Rift Herald. Neither team has a tower advantage in the top lane. It's about even, so kind of look to see both of these top laners maybe TP there to try to get a split push going to get an advantage on that side of the map. But here goes down to a fight in the red side top jungle. He is set is taken very low. Cataclysm coming down for the J4, and the set will be taking down. Cynic bind is landed. Another bind is landed. Kog'Maw goes down. It's currently a 1-for-1 overall. And oh my goodness, Rob is not going to get out of that one. It is going to be a 2-for-1 trade. And surely this is going to be a mid tower for the side of CC. Establishing this all-important mid priority. Being able to take down this tower, reset, and then set up for a Rift Herald. But you know, of course, as I say the word reset, they're going to keep fighting on in the bottom jungle. Oh my goodness. This ulti going down. Lots of damage on a StarCraft. Juice Me Daddy. Flash away from StarCraft, and he will probably get out of this one safe and sound. That is 2 turrets. 2 turrets taken. That 2-for-1 in the jungle translates into 2 turrets, and red side looks like they're going to be backing at this point. Blitzcrank probably going in to secure some vision down. Missed that little control ward there, but you know, overall fantastic fight from the side of CC. Just awesome game. About a 5,000 gold, 6,000 gold difference between the two right now.
And then although Blitzcrank was doing a really good job being able to secure the vision around Baron side, now PMAA is responding with that, with the warning groups on their own, which now they have the vision control over Baron.
Yeah, I'm really glad you pointed that out, because you know, it looked like that CC got control of mid lane and then they just gave it up. They just straight up 100% let it go. You know, yes, they backed off to spend their goal, but they should, in my opinion, they should have just passed back to the top lane, cleared some vision, maybe set up, push the top lane, push the mid lane a little bit more. But the Renekton does have TP readily available, so if a fight does break out near that Baron pit, he can be there. And with his presence in the bot lane, somebody's got to respond. You know, it looks like that's going to have to be the Senna, which is a huge damage discrepancy for the fight about to break out in the mid lane. Blitzcrank unable to land that hook. But yeah, you know, when the AD responds to the top laner on a split push, it's not what you want. It's not exactly ideal. But, you know, they're going in, clearing out just a little bit of vision, and control ward still down in that pit for the side of PMA. And they do have that top lane push, so kudos to them for that one.
The thing about their team comp, though, is that if you send one of the AD carries to the bot lane, they still have the other AD carry.
Yes, exactly right.
And if you look at the items that the Kog'Maw has, he has the Seraphs completed as well as the Death Cap. So his Living Artillery, as well as his W, I forgot what that name was.
I have no idea.
But his
no clue.
His vomit auto attacks does percent health damage based on his AP. So his auto attacks, as well as the Living Artilleries, is going, as well as the Void Ooze, which is the slow on his E, is going to do a lot of damage. The combination of all 3 of them, it's going to be a lot of poke damage that
big fight coming. Sorry to cut you off. Big fight coming down in the bot side jungle. Tons of ultis expended. That is going to be a kill for Juice Me Daddy onto the enemy AD carry. It's a 2-for-0. The dragon coming up right now, and the top laners, they both have TP if they want to re-engage this fight on the dragon pit. But it looks like it is going to go to the side of CC unless Hentai Police can get a absolutely crazy steal, and he will not be able to do so. Great fight once again by CC. They're able to secure the penultimate dragon. The next to last dragon for them, where they can get the ever important Cloud Soul.
I'm definitely going
Bio Arcane.
Oh wait, no, the next one is yeah, Cloud, sorry. Next one is Cloud. Ugh.
Thank you, I wanna was a good day. Cog W is Bio Arcane Barrage. That's the ability that I was thinking of. But yes, the Bio Arcane Barrage does 2% health damage.
Yep. Oh, I totally forgot you can click on their nameplates and like look at their abilities. Interesting. Learn something new every day, and it looks like, you know, in this little bit of lull, this is what I really like that PMAA does. Every time there's kind of a lull, they go up to the Baron pit and they try to clear out some of the vision. Whether or not they start it, you know, that's kind of up to them, but they could potentially start it. There is this one little control ward that the CC has down that could stop them. But, you know, and of course, as we say that, CC goes right back into the Baron Pit to get vision, and now it is all total darkness for the side of PMAA on that Baron Pit. All they have is that little bitty Scuttle Crab ward.
See the little Blitzcrank trying to thinking of a flank, but didn't really go through with it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of vision, so wise. Back off.
Yeah. Once again, we see the Renekton on the split push being responded to by the Yorick, something we talked about. And right now, if you look, just look at their items and look at their gold, and look at the bounties. The Renekton has such a huge lead, such a huge lead on this Yorick. I wouldn't be surprised, but granted, he does have a level disadvantage. Here we go. 1v1 trade, Necro Guy versus StarCraft. Huge damage being done onto the Necro Guy. The Maiden is absolutely obliterating. Ulti's popped by the Renekton and also Flash. You know, we just talked about how he's so far ahead, but didn't look like it there. Goodness gracious.
Yep, especially with the Bramble Vest as well as the Trinity Force and the Sterix Gauge on the Yorick, combined with the fact that a Maiden actually does percent health damage.
Okay.
So Maiden in the Mist doing percent health damage, it really does hurt Renekton a lot. Renekton can't really survive that even with Spirit Visage.
Oh, and while we were talking, I completely missed that. Looks like just a pickoff from Juice Me Daddy. That is going to be another death from the PMA AD carry right there, man. And looks like we have maybe a little fight going down the top lane. Nope, he's just responding, pushing this wave out. In the mid lane, Twin Shadows being released.
Maiden is officially dead.
Okay.
Maiden.
That was Twin Shadows, right? Am I going crazy?
Twin Shadows. Yeah,
Twin Shadows.
Okay. Twin Shadows combined with Morgana's Glacial Augmenting as well. Doing extra slow ray as well.
Cool. Looks like a little fight going on down here in the top lane. Huge damage from the set. What is that? His W or his E?
That is his W.
This is W. Okay.
His E is the one that it's like a smackdown.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I think the
we're both going over there to the Kog'Maw.
Yep, and I think the Kog'Maw is going to be the big win con here. Kog'Maw does so much damage right now.
Is there a way we can view damage done during the game?
Nope. However,
okay.
We do see that the Kog'Maw and the Fizz is actually even in gold. Which says something. Which says quite a bit, considering how much it seems like Fizz has been able to catch kills after kills after kills.
It's the farming. Just a little gold check right now. You know, it's about a 6,000 gold lead. This game has kind of stalled out over the last, 5 to 6 minutes. Kind of, I guess, waiting on this next dragon. Reminder: this would be the Cloud Drake for the side of CC. But if PMA can, Cloud Soul. Thank you. The Cloud Soul for the side of CC. But if PMA can manage to establish some mid prio, to be a pretty easy dragon for them, especially like you said with that Kog'Maw damage.
They just have to be able to peel the Kog'Maw. That's the only problem with their team. It's just that they just need to be able to have the Morgana pick the Kog'Maw, to be honest, for that to be the main kill target. Senna's not gonna be able to do that much at the moment, so I think it should be prioritized to save the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, smart decision right there by the Jarvan, by Nuka to back off of that dragon. Team wasn't really there. You got Fizz kind of split pushing the bot side. Really hope for his team's sake that they don't start a fight right now. But we got the Yorick split pushing the top. Currently, it's a 5v4 for the side of CC, and they're going to start this dragon up. And I don't know. You gonna do something?
Kog'Maw.
Oh my goodness, a Kog'Maw steal. The set is going to die. That is absurd. The set did not die. Oh my goodness gracious. What an incredible fight. Overall, a 1-for-1, but a absolutely monstrous steal. Not only did they steal the dragon on the top side, Yorick was able to get that tower as well. Oh my goodness, this game is just
yeah,
crazy.
So
crazy.
So the great thing is that living artillery, the Kog'Maw also is very safe and very hard to catch out at this point because of the Banshee's Veil.
Nice Q by the Blitzcrank under the tower, but they're not really able to get much out of it. Morgana Black Shield expended there.
I really do enjoy the purchase from Kog'Maw, the Banshee's Veil. It really does prevent Blitzcrank hooks from coming in.
Yeah.
As well
it's very nice.
Providing some extra protection and extra MR against the Fizz.
Yeah.
Now he should
really great vibe by him.
He should be able to duel the Fizz relatively easily now with the Seras as well as the MR from the Banshees.
Yeah.
The Kog'Maw is really gonna come online. Kog'Maw's living artillery already proven to be pretty strong with that dragon steal that they were able to get.
Yeah. So now dragons are even. The next one is once again a Cloud Drake. This will be the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th Cloud in a row. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's because it's the Cloud Soul. Cloud Soul only. So when the Rift changes to Cloud, it only spawns Cloud Drake, no matter what.
Why do I feel like I should have known that already? Maybe I should read patch notes.
I mean, it's because the Rift has changed to the Cloud Rift. It's the home of the Cloud Drakes, you know?
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, raid your pats nerds, ladies and gentlemen, and you won't embarrass yourself like me. Anyways, attention being paid to the top side. Vision being cleared around the Baron, because that is the next big objective. Caitlyn looking to push this top wave out. It looks like we're starting to set up for a classic NA Ram style play. Nice lull in the action before we get started on these next objectives. Such an action-packed game. Sometimes it's nice to have a little breather.
Oh no, absolutely. It's not, you gotta have a little bit of time to analyze what's going on and sit back and
just
like, hey,
breathe.
What's the
just
next
breathe.
step? What's the next step here? I think the next step, would be to set up around this Baron side. I think since Yorick still has TP, Yorick is gonna be looking to split push so that they get that compression on the bot tower. As you can tell, J4 is in recalling right now. There is no junglers to help take down that Baron, so they can't take it. With that slow dance around the Baron, Yorick is gonna become a major problem for their team. Especially because Necrokite does not have
great pull! Oh my goodness, great Q by the Blitzcrank. That is going to be another kill for Spooked. And if I were them, I would look to go straight to Baron. No AD carry for the other team. And that looks like that is exactly what they're going to be doing. Clearing out Vision, the Renekton's top side. He does not have TP though. So they would be dealing with a 4v4. GCB Daddy and Locking Side Blitz going in 1v1. Caitlyn ulti coming in. Set ulti going down. And that is a kill on to the Morgana. Also, Hentai Police is soon to follow. Fizz goes golden. And a huge trade so far coming out. 3-0 for the side of CC. And that is for surely the Baron. Looks like they're going to try to collapse here on C-Van, or really just kind of forcing them off so they can really guarantee this. I've been thinking, what is the win condition? We've been talking about individual players, but strategically, macro-wise, what is the win condition? What do they have to do?
Well,
and the big thing that really stands out to me is just look at the mid lane. How often have we seen Juice Daddy taking a huge amount of damage there from the Kog'Maw? Oh my goodness. And we've never really seen the mid lane pushed up for the side of PMA. But now with Baron buff, that is going to be so much more difficult to do. Dragon coming on in 21 seconds. Blitzcrank getting a Baron recall off so he can spend his nice juicy gold to get set up for the Cloud Soul. Somebody's going to get it here. We just don't know who.
Yep. I think the big win con for PMAA would definitely be the split push provided by the Yorick, because Yorick still does have TP. Yorick can join in like a fight if he needs to. But if nobody responds to Yorick in the top lane, he just gets top tower.
He'll just get inhibs, yeah.
Even with the Baron advantage, since CC are trying to look through and go for this Dragon Soul, they're not gonna have lanes, a lot of lanes that's gonna have that Baron empowered minion. For sure.
And now we're just dancing. They're still just dancing around this dragon, and here comes the flash from the set. The dragon is low, 1600, 900. It is going to go to Anuka Patrick. They are going to get that Cloud Soul. That is going to be one down for... That was Blitzcrank that fell down. Set soon to follow. It is going to be a huge fight for the side of CC. They are backing, going to try to respond for this inhib. Overall, a 3-for-1 with the Cloud Drake. That is some juicy gold that they just got there. And my goodness, they're looking to still push this bottom lane with the remaining Baron buff. How do I see how long they have for that? Do we know?
We do not. You can click on the champion and see how far along they are in the buff.
Okay, cool.
But really good return inhibitor from StarCraft. I think they just need to be able to defend at this point.
Yeah, they need to. And it's still currently a 2v5 right now. That is 2 inhibs. Absolutely fantastic Baron power play. Unsure how much gold they got, but they were able to get a Cloud, couple towers, 2 inhibs, and it looks like it is a huge mountain for PMA to climb if they want to get out of this. A 10,000 gold lead. Ugh. It's going to be a tough one.
It is absolutely going to be a tough one, but I think the win con, is remain the same, I think. With StarCraft. Just being able
and that's look like, and that's exactly what they're doing, pressuring the bot lane right now with the Maiden. The Renekton trying to respond, and as we saw earlier, we don't really know if he can respond for 100%, you know? That we don't think he can win that 1v1, maybe with some supers to help him out, but looks like we have a pause coming.
PMAA CS pause.
Looks like Violet Sociocat is lagging. Quote, lagging.
While we have this lag, look at the CS difference in the top lane as well as the bot lane.
Oh my goodness. 170. 170 for Spooked. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of CS. And
also
I mean,
top lane.
About 100, you know? Oh my.
431 CS, by the way, from Yorick.
That is well over 10 CS a minute for those of you who are not good at math.
Yes,
golly.
more than 10.
I'm good if I get like 5, but you know, whatever. Oh my goodness gracious.
I mean, if you're a support main, if you're getting more than 5 CS a minute, I'm reporting you. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, we're doing Sona Taric. I'm playing Taric.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right, and we're about to get right back into it. Looks like our lag issues have been resolved. And I mean, that's the power of the split push. Not only do you get pressure, but you also get tons and tons of gold because you're pretty much just farming. It's the equivalent of jungle power farming, but you know, getting really good pressure on the map. Just a quick level update. Pretty much everyone in the game is 18. Big fight going down in the middle. Looks like there. Spook be able to get the kill on Rob. He's sure to be taken down though. GA popped, but it's not going to matter. He is for sure going down after this one. It is a 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane, but the outside lanes are being pressured incredibly hard on the side of CC. Fizz, Jarvan in the top lane, while Renekton's pushing in from the bottom lane. Looks like they're going to try to collapse on the mid, and this could be the fight. That is one down, the 80 carry down. Sivan sure to follow right behind him. The set, oh my goodness. Great pull by the Q. Great pull by the Blitzcrank there. And that looks like... That's a lot of shielding. And that is a lot of damage going down. It is all up to StarCraft. Can he withstand this absolute storm that's coming in from the side of CC?
I'm pretty sure this is game.
Pretty sure this is game. It looks like that'll be all she wrote. Rob goes golden, but it's not really going to matter. It's only going to just delay the inevitable. But StarCraft's still alive. They haven't been able to take down the Maiden, doing so much damage. Oh my goodness, StarCraft. Can he do something? No. Probably not.
Probably not.
And that is going to be it. Great game from both teams, honestly. That was a very, very hard-fought game, but it was the fight in the fight for the Baron, the fight in the Dragon Pit that led to the 2 inhibs. That it was just a lead that was just absolutely insurmountable, but still great game. Do you want to do the MVP? Yeah, the MVP.
Do you know how to do it? Because I would love to work just finish up some stream stuff if that's okay.
Yeah. Is it just straw poll and you make one?
Yeah, strawpoll.me.
Oh, not .com. Okay.
It is not .com. It is
strawpoll.me. Alrighty. Let's see. MVP. All right, got it.
Anyways, I would like to give. I think the MVP for me has to go to Violet Sociocat. At least for me, because really good hooks by Violet Sociocat as well. Not only for finding the right hooks for the engage to pick off the carries,
but the peeling.
Yep, exactly. Like I said before, I think earlier, the Blitzcrank, the main thing of Blitzcrank's role at the late game, I think, especially in this team comp where they already have an engage from Renekton and Jarvan, is that peel. So I personally will have to give it to the Blitzcrank as well. And then Cvan LOL, subscribe to tier 1, subscribe for 22 months. Thank you, Cvan. Always love your music. You're great. Thank you. And we'll cut the VOD for VOD. We'll cut the stream for VOD purposes, and we'll be
Here
right back.
is the straw poll right there. Oh, we'll drop it again later.
And go vote it. Go vote on the straw poll.
Yeah, go vote on the straw poll.